Hello friends, welcome to my channel Sushant Chesswise. Today we are at the next topic, that is the mating attacks explained. We are at the 20th position of our topic. We have got a position here with white to play and win. Let's see how the game goes on. As we can already see, white has presence of 4 attackers in the position. The queen is eyeing the h6 square, pawn attacks g6, knight can jump to f5 and the h file can be instantly opened with the move hg6. We see that number of attackers are exceeding the number of defenders. King is almost alone. To some extent, the queen can provide some defense. If white starts with the move hg6, then after fg6 we see that queen h6 check, kg8, the rook and queen both are capable of providing adequate defense. Similarly, after h6, king can just go to h8 and after queen g5 there is f6. White had the third candidate move here, knight f5 check. So these were the moves and we should always start with the check first, as we have discussed before. White went into the line knight f5 check. As we can see, after gf, white wins very easily. So knight f5 check, g takes f5, queen g5 check, king h8 and white forces a mate after queen f6 check, king g8, h6 and there is no defense to the mate on g7. But the move king h8 is far more complex and let's try to calculate a bit more. After king h8, after h into g, we see that fg again allows more defense on the h7 square. The rook can come from f7 and the a rook can also join from a7. So white has some other moves here. One is queen g5 but it allows f6 and other is the very strong queen h6. When we see that f6 is still possible but it loses to hg6. Instantly there is pressure on h7 and also the threat of g7 wins on the spot. Let's see, queen h6, f6, h into g6. Now rook g8 loses instantly to queen h7, rook h7, checkmates. Thus black had to go with the move rook g8. And here there are several ways to win the game. There is the simple queen g5, when after rook g7, which is almost forced, knight g7 can win, h6 can win the game instantly. Queen d8 allows knight e7, getting a winning position. In the game, white went with the spectacular king f2. He threatens to go hg now. The main point is, after f6 hg, rook g6, just queen takes g6 for free. So black decides to provide more support to the h7 square. Rook a7, king g3. Another very sneaky move. White's idea is concealed. nd4 was perhaps forced, but after nd4 ed, qd2 is winning. Black went with rook c7, trying to activate the rook. But now we see the idea of the move kg3. White forces a mate. After queen h7 check, king takes h7, hg6 check, the king is extracted out, kg6, the whole line requires precise calculation because after rook h6, kg5, it's easy to see rook a h1, but there is a defense, rook g6, which should be noted while giving up the queen on h7. And here white mates into after rook h5 check, king f6 and g5 checkmates, and white wins the game. So I hope you are finding these lessons useful and instructive. Thanks for your time.